Hey ladies, it's Saturday night and you know what that means. You want to get away. Single Moms Lifestyle presents the Saturday Night Getaway.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hey,
Hello.
everybody.
Hey.
Hello, ladies. Hello, everyone watching. You are now tuned into Single Moms to Wives Saturday Night Getaway. I am your host, Queen G, sitting here with my beautiful co-hosts. We got Simply Lorraine
Hey, y'all.
and Not Your Status Quo.
Hey, everybody.
My boo thing, Shelly Shell.
Hey, y'all.
And the beautiful, talented Miss Leo
Maelo.
Maelo. Maelo.
Yeah, we gonna get it right.
I knew it. So, thank everyone for tuning in, especially this weekend, Mother's Day weekend. We have a Mother's Day show that I am excited to kick off. If it is your first time tuning in, we are here every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Central Time. And if you have been following us throughout this whole show, from 2015, we love you, we appreciate you, and we don't take it for granted. Thank you. If you guys would like to be on the show or like for us to give you guys a shout out, please email singlemomslifestyleradio@gmail.com. And we would love to hear from you guys, give you a shout out, or have you on the show. We also welcome anyone that has topics that you think that would be great for us to discuss as well. And happy birthday, May people! Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Yay.
Whose birthday in May? Who do
Well,
I know?
my cousin Chris's birthday is today,
Chris.
actually.
Okay. Happy birthday,
So happy
Chris.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Anybody else got a May birthday?
Yeah, Timmy's
Well, I
birthday.
got a whole list.
23rd. Yeah. And on my dad's side, it's probably about 8 of them.
Who?
Yeah.
Shelly,
Yeah,
you said you got a list?
I do. My husband's grandmother's birthday was on the 4th. I have a cousin's birthday who was on the 5th, one on the 16th, one on the 20th, one on the 21st, and then my mom's birthday was on the 18th, and then my father-in-law's birthday was on the 15th, and both of them have passed. So my mom and my father-in-law. So it's a whole lot going on.
Y'all got May on lock. Well, happy birthday.
I've got a big family. Thank you.
That's good. Happy birthday in heaven and on earth. Happy birthday.
Yes.
Not your status quo. Who you got?
I don't have anybody, but I can tell you as of May 21st, it'll be the 1 month mark until my birthday. Which I don't hear me
waiting for that.
It's cool,
I
guys.
was waiting for that. I promise I was waiting for that. I was like, okay.
I would like to share this with you ladies. Before we get further in, my husband made this shirt for my mother. And she's a bull, and her name is Rosetta. And he made this shirt for me for her birthday.
Oh,
so I just gotta give a shout out to No Selly Inc. for my art.
Yes. I love it. That's dope. I love it. Leo, you got a May birthday?
You know what? We got a new baby cousin. Mariah had her baby on May 4th.
She did. Oh,
yay!
Now
welcome.
We don't have to. May 4th.
May 4th. We have to remember that. Oh, I saw that too. That's dope. That's dope. Well, happy birthday to everyone out there. And And of course, this is our Mother's Day show. Unfortunately, Miss Mo, of course, is tied up. And if you, God, you talk about a busy bee. If you knew all that she does, I completely understand. I was crossing my fingers, like, please be able to make it. But I understand her life all too well. So it's okay. We're going to keep the show going for her. But this today, I thought it was very important for this Mother's Day, just to be able to talk about all that we do. On top of being mothers, those of us that are um, in businesses that we've started, those of us that I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, there's something going on with my camera. So if I pop in and out, y'all forgive me. Somebody help me out. But on top of all that we do, we have so many women, mothers that are starting new businesses, in the middle of endeavors that they've started, on top of juggling other things. So I thought that was just really important to oh,
To highlight on this day, because a lot of us take for granted the time that we still have on this earth, that we're
yes,
able to accomplish the things that we want to accomplish. And I found that in my days now, not to be apologetic for the things that you decide that you want out of your life.
absolutely. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you, Shelley. Thank you for that. And that's the most important thing. We have some really dope women. We are, first of all, some really dope women. Let's just say that. Okay. And
And all different,
Leah,
in our own right. You know what I'm saying? And
absolutely.
so
Yes.
all of us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Leo,
Yeah.
you are simply amazing. So I want you to just talk to us. Um, Leo, our very special, beautiful guest, aka
You.
aka cousin.
Yeah.
But Leo, you have an amazing, beautiful story. Um, and I've just watched you guys grow literally and elevate. And I thank God for social media because you guys are way in Arizona.
Yes. Phoenix, Arizona.
So,
Oh wow.
and you didn't get to come down when your mom them came, but I absolutely adore you, and I'm so very proud of you. And I just want to take this moment and acknowledge you and all that you do and have accomplished and have going on. So, talk to us a little bit about what you have going on, your story, and with Love Your.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna grab the baby real quick. She getting this
Okay, go listen. This is single moms to
multitasking.
wives. We
Oh, here
understand.
we go. Okay. But in regards to love you, like I wanted to just off the top just say thank you so much for having me.
Mm,
I admire you. I admire all you do, and so it's just really
thank
nice to
you.
actually have somebody in your family that's in the same industry and help guide you and show you different things. So I appreciate you. I love you.
Oh, love you too. Thank you, baby.
And in regards to love yours, so my journey, my goodness, I in high school I actually applied to fit them, and I'm not gonna go too far back, y'all, like in high school,
You
but
are fine. Well, listen, we got 2 whole hours. Take your time.
I applied to fit and got accepted, but I was just like too afraid of just jumping into the fashion industry. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make money doing this, kind of all these doubts. And you're only like 17, you like thinking all these I, it's a lot. So then I just went to ASU, got an accounting degree, something stable, something that can make money. After that, I worked as an accountant, make my way up and turned to a business analyst. I was looking to actually get my MBA and saw ASU had a fashion program. I took that moment. Here I am, 27. I took that moment and said, you know what? I'm going to try to do something that I should have did 10 years ago. And I applied for the fashion school, got accepted. And from there, I mean, it just went, crazy. I love to go to festivals. So I go to Coachella, which is a music festival. I go there almost every year except for the pandemic. Me and my husband now we go, and that's where my inspiration for clothing comes from. So a lot of my stuff is loud, kind of festive.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question. Love,
Yeah.
you're out and Coachella. Is it just the music, or do they have boutiques like where you can sell your fashion, or is it just for inspiration mainly that you go?
They have boutiques there, but it's so expensive to get in there, and it's very limited space. And so the most boutiques that are there are established places like H&M corporate, not smaller
Okay.
boutiques that are, small businesses or anything like that. But if you're on the campgrounds, you can. But in the actual festival where everybody goes, it's pretty limited to the bigger corporation type.
We gonna speak you into the campgrounds of
Yes,
Coachella. So
ma'am.
that's where you gonna be, and we gonna speak
Amen.
that in for you.
Yes,
Okay. So
ma'am.
It's
So
in my
Leo,
mission too.
you actually are a designer by nature. When I tell you, I mean, it just, listen, the pieces, if you guys get a chance to follow her, and we'll make sure that you plug and let everybody know where to follow you here. But please follow her. Your pieces are definitely everything Queen G, first of all.
Oh, thank you.
Loud and colorful and unique, and it is so not typical. So we gonna do this thing where we link up, because I'm like, Royal Air needs you.
We
Okay.
trying to get up in there. I'm getting my manufacturing together. We're gonna be up in
Yes,
there.
ma'am,
We're gonna
we're
be up
making it happen. But I love your pieces. So before you had the baby, you and your husband, I mean, just the whole, it's just so storybook, yeah, fairy tale. So it's just like the engagement, their dating pieces. First of all, they had dating pieces, they had engagement pieces, and then they had their wedding pieces. I was like, you better, honey, be great. And then the baby comes, and it's just like mom, dad, baby pieces. I'm like, yes. So I'm
that's
here
awesome.
for it. But
Thank
talk
you.
to us
My daughter
about
had that conversation today that she wasn't trying to have no children because she has a husband and a ring, and she looked like down a whole list of stuff that's like her qualifications.
and you are so accomplished, and it gives me great joy just to see that not only have you been able to accomplish things in what uh, society would say would be the proper order, but you went back and you went back, and you are okay with going back to 10 years and doing what actually makes you happy. So talk to me
And
about that
that's what
decision.
matters.
Right.
And that I say that for everyone, just even like just I know we talk about me, but my mom did the same thing. She went
Yes.
back, got her bachelor's. We actually graduated both this May. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
There we go.
So she said, I want to be on TV too.
Right.
Unmute your mic, baby. There you go.
So there we go. Okay. But yeah, my mom went back, got hers. We both just graduated this May.
Oh, that's
Yay!
awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So whether it's 10 years, 20 years, it's no time. As long as you're still here, you have that opportunity to still chase something that you're passionate about, because whatever you want to do, I mean, you can accomplish it. And a lot of people put time constraints on there, but at the end of the day, only God can tell you, when your time is up. And if you're still here breathing, you always have that chance. And that's really what it took for me, was just stepping outside of that fear of doubt of, am I going to have enough money? Or, at the end of the day, it ain't about money. It's about you being happy. And that's what you just have to tell yourself. How will this make you happy?
Right. So we hear
I'm gonna
baby
tell you,
girl.
because I used to be one
Go
of.
ahead.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say I was one of those who allowed myself not to let me live in my full potential of what I wanted, because of what I thought society made it look like, and what I was supposed to do in order to accomplish a certain level of things. And over the years, the signs had been coming. Like, I've wanted to write for a long time, but you put that on, like, is being an author a real thing? You know what I'm saying? People make you think, like, I don't know that that's a real job, so to speak. But over the years, things have come into play. Like, during my first marriage, my husband and I went to a church, and the pastor put me in charge of the book club. And I thought at that time, I don't know that the book club is the best thing for me. But little did I know that that was God's way of bringing my spirit to life. And this is what maybe you need to read a little more, so you can be able to focus your words and be able to, get
Preparing
your
you.
pass your message, and preparing you, and go over through time and meet people who I didn't know were editors and publishers, and that I didn't, that wasn't a conversation that we had until it was necessary to have that conversation. And then years later, here we are in that place. And once I
Oh,
decided
don't
that
skip
that's
my
really
season,
what I
boo. Wait
wanted
a
to do.
minute. Don't skip my
Oh no,
season.
you was not.
Cause see,
Absolutely not.
we had
Absolutely
a
not.
season.
'Cause
Our season was we thought we was going to be in the medical field. So we
that's what we thought. That's
that
what I'm
is
saying. That
actually how we
those are
met.
those things. Yes, and those are those things that you do because that's what you feel like.
Mhm.
You know,
It's gonna bring
society gonna put
in
you this
slow.
way. I'm gonna
Yeah,
bring my bread. I'm gonna do this. It's gonna do
yeah,
that. When something else is burning inside, but until it's your time to have it, you're going to go through those things. You know what I'm saying? You're going to come
right,
across people in your path that you never know where in life those people are going to meet you later
right.
on, when that path is supposed to come together. So,
Or what God
absolutely.
has in store.
I don't forget about you. I love you, boo.
And saying all of that to say, everyone, if you missed the last show where we had Shelly on helping me with the transition, and all my girls helping me with this transition of empty nester, we have had her back because your story is amazing as well. Just all of the trials and tribulations that you've been through. Of course, we've had so many different transitions in our lives, and Brandon is 17. So right now we have been friends for 17 years. So talk about seasons. And this is
Yes.
a time where uh you oh my god, she loved her mom and her granny. And you recently lost
And
both of them. This is your first year Mother's Day
Mother's
without
Day
them,
without,
right?
yeah, because my mom
Now,
my mom passed in June and my granny in October.
okay. Now you are writing a book now. So you are for
Yes, I
real deal holy still author, honey.
and
Now
I'm
talk
gonna
to
tell
me.
y'all how this went.
That's what I was gonna ask. So go right ahead.
So first thing, I realized some things through social media, like to being able to publish and get content and things out there. So I've started publishing my first no content books. So I am officially a published author, but
Come on,
I am
darling.
still I am
Aw.
still working. I'm still working on my novel. Now, this
Okay.
story it was like, y'all, when I tell y'all, I knew when my mom passed away, okay, because I like couldn't sleep the whole day and that whole night. And finally, when I went to sleep and closed my eyes, I seen her, in that bed with no breath. But to me, it was more like, you're okay. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted you to know this was happening and you're okay. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the few weeks right after she passed away, I was starting to see stuff on a different level that I didn't see. Things would come to me in a dream and then it would happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm telling my husband, like, something is going on here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to
Right, right.
express that. But then one night I went to sleep and I had this dream, and I'm talking about, like, it was vivid. People were there. I could see everybody around. And when I woke up, my spirit said, write the story. And it started
Wow.
there. And so here we go. So here we go. Now I am more than a quarter of the way finished with the first of this series in this novel. It's going to be a
Okay.
series. And so
Okay. So it
this is
is
the
going to be
first.
a series.
Yes, yes.
It
And
is
so
going
this
to
is
be a
the first book
series.
of that series.
I
Yeah.
am so, so very happy for you. And, um, that is just something amazing in itself to be able to find, um, and just know your story and know the loss that you've gone through back to back, and be able to
Hmm.
find yourself in a place, that you had no idea this is what you would be doing. Um,
And I'm gonna tell y'all, it's like when my mom passed away, then my grandmother, then December of 2020, my daughter was in almost a fatal car accident. Like, she was in traffic going to work, and somebody rammed into the back of their car, and their car flipped over on the interstate, and it was a whole thing. And she called me and she said, Mama, we was in an accident. She said, but I'm okay. I had to tell you. And instantly, you get this thing over your face. And my husband was like, hold on, hold on. She called you, so she's okay.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
get
yeah,
yourself
yeah,
in this
yeah.
pattern of what
Re-
could have, this. He was like, he said,
Yeah.
when you believe something and when you speak something, that's
Come
the
on
time when
now.
you gotta exercise those type of things. So,
Yes.
and from, I mean, I've always been a believer, but from that point, there's nothing in life that you can tell me about
I know
what's
that's
possible,
right.
what you can do, what's out there if you believe that you can do it for yourself. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So being and Simply Ray, not your status quo, y'all dive in. Because I know you all know this story all too well, being a mom, entrepreneurs, not your status quo. God, how many hats do you really have? This my little Jamaican, y'all. This my little Jamaican sister. She got like 100 hats. Very
Hey,
talented. So not your status quo. Just tell the people just a little bit of all you dibble and dabble and dibble and do.
I don't do much.
Girl, come
No,
on.
I just try to take advantage of the whole networking ability. And basically, that's just kind of like where my blessings have blossomed from with my regular 8 to 5 job. And you meet people, and it's all about taking advantage of those opportunities that present themselves to you. And um, a lot of the little side hustles and things that I've had the opportunity to either create or dive into have all spawned from networking. And it's important. I saw some on social media today, and it said, instead of trying to get your people to support you, introduce yourself to strangers, or something to that regard. And I felt
oh,
that
that's
Right.
because
powerful.
you start making yourself a little bit more uncomfortable stepping outside of your box. But you'll be amazed at what happens when you do that. And I'm a firm believer in never meeting a stranger. Like,
Right.
it's a
Yeah.
lot easier for
Yeah.
me to break the ice instead of sitting and being uncomfortable. So I love hearing, how people's stories unfold because um it's like it's your testimony, but it's also like it gives me faith and courage to go, do things
So,
that I'm
yeah.
usually I wouldn't do. But I guess I'm in that season of stepping outside of my box too and just trying to figure out, do I like this or do I like that? Or that wasn't so great. I won't try that again. But it's good to
But
say
that's
you
how you
tried. Yeah.
that's how
So
you get
you,
we won't
but
be with
listen, so not just status quo is being very modest. So she is like our personal decor, what do you call it, stylist, I am I am so ridiculous because soon as she gets off the highway, I did let you take a breather, but
I
I
had
was
a
like, can you
breather.
come in this closet and tell me I need, help me. So, and I mean, just the way the ideas flow off your head, just interior decorating has always been her thing. And I noticed it when you were pregnant with Royal. The baby's bedroom looked like something she just literally cut out the magazine and just placed. I'm like, wait, what? And from there, you know how this is my goddess. I've known her all of her life. And I just was like, wow, people can decorate. I could put something together.
say no, we can't
Listen,
decorate
I
like
could put
that.
something together. But honey, this is, I just noticed the difference in people literally having a talent for something.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
one thing about it, you can go to school for something all day long. And I learned this going to cosmetology school and watching the many people that went to cosmetology school and graduated cosmetology school and still couldn't do hair. So,
Hair.
this is the difference
Girl.
between having the natural born talent and the gift of it all, which leads me to right on time, Simply Lorraine. And oh my God, I call her Annie Scissorhands, y'all. You talk about somebody, not just status quo on my line, somebody that can take some scissors and work your hair out.
She cut my hair so good one time, I didn't even want her to curl it. I said, just let me rock my cut.
Period. Just period.
Look, and I'm
So
gonna tell you, her hair be laid right there, like, and it don't move or nothing. Like you was really be
yes.
handling it. I be everywhere.
So, Simply Lorraine, I know you have also been through many seasons. One being, cosmetology, and you did that for quite a while.
Yeah, I did hair for about 15 years.
Oh God, bless your heart.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So how was that for you? Is that what you always saw yourself doing?
When I was a little girl, I wanted to grow up and do hair. So I did exactly what I
Okay.
wanted to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How was that? And this is a question for everyone. How is that? So how was or is juggling as a mother? Because everyone on here is mother. Juggling, your, especially when we talk about gifting and your talents, and whether it's something that you're working on now starting, or if it's something that you're in, how is that? Leo, talk to me about that. How is juggling now, business, work, baby, husband?
It's a juggle. When you say juggle, like I'm literally over here multitasking all the time. And it's just so new for me, especially
Yeah.
just going into the mom phase. I have to say, I pray a lot to help me through it, but your passion just really does help you with that, and the love that you have for your,
Yeah.
family and stuff. It's just some nights I can't even sleep because I know I gotta get this and that done, and I want my business to grow, so I gotta do that, or
Yeah.
just have to do it, and there's nobody else gonna do it but you at the end of the day. So
Yeah,
it
yeah, absolutely.
definitely
Yeah,
is definitely that.
I'm gonna jump in and say
Yeah.
my husband today was telling me, he was like, "So are you gonna come outside and sit out here and enjoy the flowers?" And he has one day I'm gonna have to put up on the screen so you can see my backyard. Like he has built this whole oasis in the backyard, and it's full of flowers
Oh,
and
he's so
trees, and like
sweet.
it's fantastic out there. But I was like, today I really wanted to put out one of my recipe books that I wanted to, one of those low
Uh-huh.
content books. And I was like, I'm coming. So you just got to give me a second. And so like, I understand what you're saying, that that passion will help you in the terms of navigating it all, but you got to let yourself have the time to enjoy your family and enjoy your kids and still be able to run a business. Like, for me,
Yeah.
it's different because my daughter's not home anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
Right.
my husband and I, and he understands the goal that I want, and I understand the goal that he wants. And so as we're passing in the day, we're still taking those times to talk and have a few 5-minute downtime or a 10-minute drive. And we go for a drive or something like that. But you you do develop a way to make that time. Like, so for myself, I've started making sure when I get up in the morning, I go for a walk or I
Mhm.
exercise or I do something of that sort in the morning, and then I do my meditation and I set a plan for myself. Now, it don't always work out that way. Everything that's on the list don't always get done, but it gives you a direction to be able to go within your time and allow yourself time to not be burnt out. So go get your
And I
nails
know,
done. Go
yeah,
get
yeah.
Definitely.
go.
And that's definitely something that I have been praying on a lot lately, because you can get so caught up in the juggle and not your status quo. I know you, baby. Listen, that's
Shelly
Superwoman
just
over
hit it
there.
though,
She
because
did.
I
She
operate
did.
off list, period.
List.
Like,
And that is one
yeah,
thing I've been praying, like, God, please give me the structure and the order that I need to be able to prioritize, because I have those mornings. And lately, like, I may wake up shortly after, I want to say maybe 6:45. And in my mind, I'm up, so I
shortly
need to.
after you been up at 6:45.
I know. But it's like, but in my mind, it's like, since I'm up, let me get up. And I don't sit and
Yes,
just, but I've been intentional about laying in the bed and just trying to find some, ground before I step out.
That
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Before
Yes.
you
And
step
that
your
makes
feet
a,
on that
yeah.
ground, you find that
Yeah.
space.
It's just
Yes,
like, God,
absolutely.
please order my steps throughout this day. Like, I've been meditating and praying before I step out the bed, because typically I'm getting out of the bed and it's just like, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. I got to do that. And the crazy thing is, have you ever been running somewhere real fast and you ain't getting no?
Nowhere, nowhere.
Okay.
I'm like,
That's
we
that's
ain't
like
got nowhere
that's
but
like
a
them
time.
dreams.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
That's like them dreams that you have, that you're running in your dreams, and then you wake up and you be like, I ain't
Right.
been
Ain't
nowhere.
been
right.
Gosh, I can't
nowhere.
All
breathe.
out of breath.
Out of breath. So I absolutely understand, Leo, the necessity, that we have to have order in the court, and
Yeah.
Simply Ray, you actually have gotten me on that process of praying and meditating, because this the one that got me really being an early bird. So let me tell you what she do. She use you in the morning when she get off work to talk till she gets sleepy. And then she don't want to talk no more. She
Hey,
don't want to kick it no more.
by any
She like,
means
I don't want to
We're
kick it
gonna
no
necessary.
let
more.
You
you get back. You'll be ready to start today.
And
So
then will turn her phone
invest
off.
And then we'll turn her.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna turn the phone off. But
But I
I mean,
love how you talk to us about how you actually meditate and getting your word and just prepare for your day.
I mean, because like let me go back a little bit. As far as cosmetology, it was really like the early years in raising my son, because he's 23 now, getting ready to be 24.
Yeah.
But it was, and he got into sports and football and different things like that. So my mom would always go to the games, but then towards his last years in junior high, going into high school, that's when I kind of shifted into working for myself and renting a booth from Team Therapy here in Columbia. And it gave me the flexibility so I could be present in those Friday nights lights. So
Okay.
I did
Okay.
that for the next 3 years. And then after that, I went back into the work field, which I'm doing right now. And which allowed me to have more funds and insurance and different things like that for him during college. So now it's just like it really came from just kind of regrounding myself. Like, okay, what am I gonna do next? Because I don't want to work for somebody forever.
Right.
So like right now, I'm just really trying to
And
figure out, and it's not to say that I won't stick with them, but I still have to have a business on my own.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still have to have something else that
Yeah.
I'm pouring my time and attention and effort into, so
Yeah.
that when I am no longer here, I have something to leave. And whatever he so
because
chooses
I'm
to
gonna
do
tell
with
you,
it is what he chooses to do with it. But so it's really just like I can remember being all over the place sometimes. So this time
Yeah.
around, I'm just really trying to build my foundation.
Yeah.
And as
Yeah.
I'm working on
Yeah.
the things that I'm planning.
And Simply Lorraine, you just brought something to my attention. A post that I found somewhere, I don't know, but I posted it, and it held true, I believe, for everyone in here and in my new circle. I'll say that, and it said, "Let your job fund your business until your business can fund your
fund your
freedom."
Yes,
freedom.
ma'am.
Yep, I
Listen,
saw that the other day,
and
and
I'm
that
telling
hit
y'all
me in a
this,
space too. It did.
yes, because people think that, and Leo, I know you can agree. They think, baby, having your own business is that deal. They think having your own business is the freedom. No,
No.
ma'am, ham or the turkey. This is
No.
the, and I am not complaining, because one thing about my God, if I ask, I get.
Amen.
But
Yes.
it is the hardest job I have ever had since my fake ID at 14 working at Chuck E. Cheese. Do you hear me? It is the hardest job I have ever had. Rewarding, absolutely, because I know that I am on the path of working towards freedom.
Mhm.
But freedom ain't free,
Mhm.
and
Very
and
true.
and so um just to really encourage all of the mothers out there, the women, the entrepreneurs that look like me. You know what I mean? Y'all
Mhm.
keep grinding, keep going. It is extremely trying and exhausting, but it is the most rewarding thing I think I've ever given myself. And that's why my circle has to look like this,
Mhm.
because it's people that
Mhm.
are constantly helping elevate me in ways that they don't even imagine. Simply Lorraine, not just status quo. Leo, I'm watching you on social media. Shelly, y'all actually keep me going. You know what I mean? And that's to name a few. But I think it's one of those things where we have to stop and smell the roses, Shelly, like you said, and your amazing husband did for you today. And I thought that gesture meant so much, to just be able to give you that, and know that, you know what I mean, no matter what you're going through, he gave you something beautiful and wonderful to see and smell, and know that
Yes.
it's all good. You know what I'm saying? And I love that you shared that with us.
And it's really gotten to a point where I'm gonna tell y'all, Marriage is hard as hell. Okay, I'm just gonna say
And Pastor Casey
I'm
said it
just
ain't for
gonna
everyone either. So
Yeah, it is.
I'm just gonna say it's not. But when you have a person who is your friend, you know what I'm saying? Then all the other things that you go through in life, you can really make that happen. Like honestly, I've known my husband since I was 16. He used to be roommates with my cousin. And one day, one of my other cousins, we were over there visiting, and my cousin was like, "Hey y'all, this is my roommate. His name is Tori." He was like, "Y'all, this is my cousins," and he was like, and he turned around and went back on about his business. He didn't speak or nothing. And when we left there, I told my cousin, I said, "That's gonna be my husband." She was like,
Ah,
"Girl, please."
period.
Like, let me tell you. So I said all that in the whole way to say, not only do you have to give yourself that freedom, but speak what you believe. Speak
Mm,
what you believe.
Yes,
Speak
ma'am.
your word says speak those things as if they were. You know what I'm saying? So no longer can you say when it comes or maybe in the future or I know down the road. No, what about right now? Why is
Right.
it unfathomable to think that God delivers in real time? You know, we think that you
Mhm.
got to be delivered down the road and you can get your flowers when you get to heaven and all of that. No, see, put them in the backyard. Let me
I
let me
know
have them
that's
in the
right.
backyard.
right.
And
I know.
and to be on time but speaking those things, a lot of times I used to think, well, I think that, you know what I'm saying, but it ain't the same as putting that out there in the universe. You never know who got that the mirror, the light bounce off the mirror and hit
Right.
you on another way.
Right.
Yeah, you'll never know when somebody is holding that mirror on the other end for something that you
Right.
speak, and
Right.
and just
Lee,
bringing that whole.
go ahead, baby.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
just
Go
saying,
ahead.
and bringing that whole energy, into your
Yeah.
life makes a big difference.
And that's what I was going to ask you, Leo. Now, I know you're going into your second year of marriage, and this, like you said, this is all new. How important is it for you and your husband, for you to have your husband's support, especially during those days where you're like, I got to get this done and got to get that done?
it,
Because, go ahead.
yeah, I would say that support is actually like the momentum when you have support from your husband or your family. Because there's gonna be days where I'm just like, I absolutely just don't want to do this anymore. Like
Hello.
like, the business is also like a relationship. It's like today you was just like it's on a whole nother level. I'm just gonna take a little break and let me just woosah. But like days, like actually this past week, he really stepped up. I had a whole bunch of orders I need to fill. He watched the baby, only asked me a few questions, and right then it's like, okay, you support me enough to like do this part because I enjoy watching her, like I really do. But he know when I'm super busy, like I'm just gonna take her and he take over, and that actually gives me the strength to say, you know what, if you believe in me enough to say, I'm gonna sit here and do something that you normally do, and I'm gonna help you be better in your business so that when you grow, I
Yes.
and so it's just
Yes.
that team, that support you get because with the roles in the house, some men don't really feel like they need to help with the children that much. It's just, however you run your household. But when you do have your husband to support you, and I
Yeah.
also have my mom and my mother-in-law, they come like when I have really busy weeks. Everybody's working remotely, so we'll be rotating because I
Oh,
full-time job that's funding my passion. So
right.
I'm doing both, but until that my passion, you know, pays for my freedom, that's what I gotta
Right.
do. But we all be remote and working together to really do it. So it really does take a tribe. I mean, and
Yes.
here and
Absolutely. And you know what? And you are right on target when you say that support drives you, each day. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, this right here, me being on this camera and doing this whole thing, not my forte. Okay, not something where I would have thought that I put myself. You know what I'm saying? For a whole slew of other reasons. And one of my big things is my weight loss. My weight has been a big part of my not allowing myself to step into my fullness. And that was all me. You know what I'm saying? I understand that fully. That was all myself. But the support from him makes it a little better. You know what I'm saying? When you come in and the look is different after you went to the gym or after you walked around the block, and I was like, okay, I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. you
And
know what I'm saying?
by the
And it
same
makes you.
token as well, Leo, by the same token, I can recall, of course, Corey and I our June will be our 5th year, but
Mhm.
I can recall doing hair since I was 15 and having stair steps and no help. So
Mhm.
I know what it's like to be on both sides,
Mhm.
and
Girl,
it
because I'm
it
gonna tell
can
you, I
be
remember when you doing your hair, when you was doing hair, and you used to be doing my hair, sitting at the dining room table, and we'll be
after
feeding
leaving
babies, and we'll be
school.
making bottles,
Yeah.
and making plates, and,
Look, my
and she'll
client
be
was my
feeding the baby
babysitter.
while I'm getting my hair hot combed. I'm telling you, we was working it out in there.
My clients, I think plenty of y'all watching, and honey, back at home especially, my clients was my babysitters. But I did what I had to
Mhm.
do. But I love that you
You
mentioned the
did.
village
Mhm.
because, whew, and Simply Lorraine, not your status quo. I know you all know all too well. You know what I mean? And I know you were just mentioning earlier, Simply Lorraine, having that village, it makes a big difference in your life. I don't complain. I don't regret my life because it has made me who I am today. But God, I don't want to know what it was like not to have a village. And I mean, if y'all are watching, if you're not, the Anna Lanes, the Dottie Browns, I'm gonna make myself cry, so I'm gonna stop. But
But you know
listen,
what?
y'all
And
got
that's
me
and I think
through, and
nowadays
I hold
that's what
on.
we have to
I
go back
really,
to.
really, really, really thank everybody that has been there for me, my granny, my mom, like everybody, because I would not be where I am right now today. And I celebrate and salute every last one of my, what you call it, villagers. Honestly,
Hmm.
Leo, you just really brought that full circle. So that hit. I'm sorry. I had to just really stay there real quick because just thinking back, I would not have made it without the help
And
of my
I think a
people.
lot of us, will be in that space, but nowadays people don't want you to chastise their kids or don't want you to say nothing to them or don't want you to do it this way because that ain't the way that I did it. And I will tell anybody who knew me when my daughter was growing up, if you know anything about me, you know what I accept and what I don't. And if you know me and you see my daughter out in the street in the school, I expect you to say something because you know that I don't get down like that. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah,
think
and you gotta be able to trust everybody at the end of the
no,
day. Not just status quo. You literally had you called this week with some really amazing information that I had no idea about because of tradition. We celebrate Mother's Day, we celebrate Easter, we celebrate Father's Day and Christmas and all this stuff. And don't nobody really ever just do the research until somebody starts a riot. You understand? So I need you, please, share with all of us what you learned about Mother's Day. where it came from.
Well, I saw that Mother's Day derived back. There was a lady back in the late 1880s who wanted to create a day where it was a celebration of mothers and friendship and that sort of thing. But the holiday itself actually didn't become recognized until after the 1900s. Um, and then the lady who actually fought for the day of celebration, she got ticked off about how commercialized it became, and then started trying to petition to have Mother's Day removed as a holiday. And I thought that was funny because I'm like, that's just like a mama to, we gonna do this, and then it's not being done right. Now we ain't gonna do that no
They do
more.
Do
now.
that
So
no more.
I thought that was really cute. But I just
Yeah.
want to pop back over though to talking about, villages and that sort of thing, because I'm actively operating off of my village, the village
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
And and Shell, you're right, because people are funny acting about stepping in because people are so crazy about folks stepping in. And we were talking about my drive to Georgia a few weeks back, and one of our cousins was debating on whether or not she was going to ride with me and my kids. And I told her, like, you can ride, but listen, are you funny acting about correcting other people's kids? Because you might need to pop off on one of my kids for
Say
tripping, and I want to
something.
make sure you're okay, or don't feel some type of way when I pop off on them and I'm still driving. And she was like, oh no, that's how we get down.
Look,
That's
I think
important
you made
because
that a
people,
Because I'm like,
stipulation.
yeah,
Dr.
yes,
Janice,
because
so
I'm
that
like,
was a
if
stipulation,
I
wasn't
love
it?
you and I
it was. She couldn't ride if she wasn't gonna pop a kid or two. Period.
and I'm saying, and that's about your love, you know what I'm saying? Because if I love you, you know I have no ill will towards your children, but I'm gonna help you
Right.
correct them when they in the wrong if you got some stuff going on. You know?
And
Right.
Leo, I know
So we
that.
gotta
And Leo, I know that helps you be able to focus knowing that she is in great hands. Because, first of all, most of these hands help raise you or your husband. So it helps to trust your village and know, that I can leave. And I was one of those moms that my kids just really was not the ones that I sent off for the summer. Let's just stay with anybody. I would rather
Right.
keep everybody else's kids than send mine off. I had my select few, some of the ones that I mentioned earlier when they were younger. And then when I moved here, it was like either my granny, maybe my sister, but I had a very select few, but it was enough that I knew I could trust them with my children, good, bad, or ugly. I knew they were okay. And I think that makes
yeah.
it's a major key in you being able to be a successful mom and career woman, all at the same time, being able to build and juggle, knowing that, that's one thing you don't have to worry about. Not your status quo. I absolutely love your village. They are
Man.
everything, honey.
My village pulls through. And the thing about it is that in knowing how hard my village goes for me, it makes me not mind so much those days where, like, you had texted me one night, like, call me when you get a chance, and I sent you a picture of my current situation. I was cleaning the house. It was what, 11:30 at night. But because my village has my back so strong, it's like I don't mind what I have to do in addition to my regular everyday, because my village is doing extra so that I can be more, and that sort of thing. And so in order for me to get my meditation in, I have to get up earlier. In order for me to continue reading all of these different books and that sort of stuff, I have to get up earlier. Like, there's no way that you can continue doing what you're doing, and expecting different results. Something in the equation has to change or get added in a little bit. And even if it's just waking up, like, I have, if I'm not up for a successful morning, if I'm not up by 4:30, it is not happening. I don't get to read. I don't get to write in my gratitude journal. I don't get to do any crunches. I don't get to meditate. I don't get to do a once over on my house because I am funny acting about leaving my house not looking like how I want it to look, and I have 3 kids and it's crazy, but I want my house to look like Better Homes and Gardens. So I gotta get up early.
In the morning, first of all.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will put the water in the coffee maker.
Parts of 4
Y'all,
o'clock.
I do not play. And it's like, in order to continue functioning though, like sometimes you have to know when that is appropriate to turn your OCD on high or not. And I feel like what I've recognized in myself is when my workload is intense, that's when I'm very intentional about making sure my home life is on point, because one false step on any realm of what it is you have going on and the rest is history. Like you're going to forget your lunch or your wallet or your cell phone. Like something is going to fall off kilter.
And then you throw your whole day off, first of all.
Throw the whole week off. It's terrible. It's terrible. Once you not get that laundry done Sunday night, you're doomed on Tuesday. Until that next laundry day officially rolls around.
And
it's
Leah,
hard.
We come from a big family. Shelly, I heard you mention that earlier, and it's crazy because when I think about just staying on that topic of village, when I think about my grandmother has had both sides had 8 children, if I'm counting correct, 8, and that's how many kids, not just Status Quo, Simply Lorraine, all 3 of us have collectively. You know what I mean? And I'm just thinking, if all these what they call it, what they say, help me,
cheering.
Right, too.
And Christmas.
Girl, I'm gonna tell you, my niece said, she told her mom, she said, I don't know that Titi could have handled no more kids. She said, because she had all of us prior to even having Diamond. So when Diamond got here, I said, Diamond was one by herself. Now, I will say that.
Now, you and Simply Lorraine had one hitter quitters. Y'all was not
playing. But I will say in my newfoundness and in my love, and only God knows when that's going to end. If we are to have children, we will have another one, because my husband doesn't have any biological children. So that is something that I would be more than open to having. But in that, I told Diamond, you got to be ready to be a sister mama, because we gonna need you.
A sister mama.
I know that's right.
Period. A sister mama.
She grown. She got her own place. I could pay bills. We could pay rent. We could buy some groceries. We could do.
I know that's right. So, Leo, are you thinking of having any more? How many more?
Yes, I would like.
Wait a minute, you stuttered.
She stuttered with that one. That one didn't flow off her lips.
I would like more. Yes, I do not want her to be an only child. However, my husband comes from a big family and he wants a bunch more, and I'm on the lower end of like
you on the fence with it. Okay.
Yeah, not a bunch. Just
what's a bunch for him? Like 17?
6. I think 6 is a lot for where we're at and life already established.
She said, "Wait, let us just get this one out of diapers."
Yeah. Okay. I'm like, and then I treat my business like a child. I'm like, I got a dog. Listen,
y'all do have a baby. Y'all have a fur baby too.
Yes. So I'm like, we're gonna have to get a bigger village. And with COVID, COVID really made us more selective about who, comes into our space, because I was pregnant during the whole pandemic. In February, and then we was on lockdown in March. Or
Yep.
so it's just like, and then I had mom wasn't able to be there, so it was just me and him when I gave birth, and so the whole experience was different, and so we had to be very selective about like who can come. So I mean, really, our immediate family has really only been there because we've all been quarantined separately to make sure we were safe, so that we can all enjoy the pregnancy and the first grandbaby together.
I know, and y'all made it happen too.
It's
But
working
yeah,
out.
it's definitely a scary time when you talk about adding on to your family, because we're just living in unprecedented times. We're living in, just really day to day. Who knows? I mean,
Right.
excuse me. That is one of those things where you really don't know. You don't know what to expect from day to day. Something in the world is happening where it's literally like, oh, that's what we're doing today, or this is the mandatory thing now. So that
Right.
is hard to kind of juggle, but it's good to know that he won't a whole lot more.
Yeah. we planned for a couple of, but we'll see when we start.
So talk to us about your business. What do you have going on now? What is the latest summer fashions? What you got out?
Okay, so I have out my Twilight collection. So I actually just did the photo shoot for it, and so I'm as soon as I get the photos back, we're gonna get everything on the website. It's very much for people who are interested in going out and still being cautious. So like going out with friends, maybe you want to just dab it up a little bit because I think everybody's tired of leisure wear at this point, or
Yes.
you wear it so much, you like, I want to make a change. It's been about a year and a half. I've been wearing leggings. So this is really just that.
Right.
So it's really for those who like, oh, I'm gonna go to brunch and I'm just gonna put this little cute little, not too much, where I'm going out. So
But
I'm
just enough.
just enough to make a statement that look, I'm still here, honey.
Yes.
What's the
Oh wow.
website?
So my website is theloveyour.com. So just the and loveyour.com. So the new
Okay.
one, the Twilight isn't out yet, but it will be out as soon as I get those photos. Get out some promos out there. Everybody get excited about
Now,
it.
where did Love Your come from? I know we just all over the place, but just work with us because I meant to ask that in the beginning. But you
Yeah,
know what? It's Mother's Day weekend. We can do what we
we
want.
do what we want. So Love Your actually, it was a term I developed before I even started my business. I had it as my car plate name. And I just always felt like people should just live by loving what they have. So loving yourself, loving your family, loving, your life.
Hey.
I always lived by that mentality. And so I had that as the car plate and then when I went back for fashion, I started really getting serious about my business. And what really told me to do Love Yours is that I created my whole Coachella outfit in 2018 or in 2019. I can't remember which year it was, but I believe it's 2019. And on our way back from Coachella, the exact outfit I wore, Essence magazine had took a picture and they put it on their website, listed me as the number one and the best Black girl magic at Coachella. So I was
Hey, go ahead, girl.
Yes.
initially I wasn't even thinking of really starting a business. I just like making my own clothes. I would make my husband his matching clothes. But when I saw that, I felt like I was saying, you need to do this.
This is it. Yeah.
Not only you, but other people. Like if this magazine could see me and see your people and just say, you know what, she got the best Black girl magic in an outfit I designed myself, then it's gonna go somewhere. So I took that concept of Love Your and just loving my life and decided to make my clothing brand that name. And so it's really for people who just love to be free.
And we see your fashion display on the wall behind you, showing all your excellence.
That's what I said, honey. You talk about corner The corner is life. Like, let me tell you something. Can I just be transparent? I am living my life for you
I
right
was gonna
now.
say, because that blue
Thank
dress is
Listen,
something.
I have always wanted to be a fashion designer, but I cannot draw a straight line. So, see, people used to think that I used to design braid on purpose. No, darling. I can tell you, I never could draw a straight line. So I'm zigzagging. I'm I'm swirling because I will braid you in a whole honey bun because I can't draw a straight line.
Unintentionally jacking up somebody's
So
head.
You
hats
know what?
off to
I was the
you.
same way, but it took a lot of practice. Like that school really helped me because I was like, listen, I can't even draw a perfect circle. My circle's out. But I learned all the techniques at school. So
That is
That's good.
wonderful. You definitely got to make sure that we get some of your pieces and um get us up to date. Now, let me ask you this: do you? Because I'm probably the only one in here that is a Twinkie away from the chop shop. So, do you?
Really?
it's coming. I know people gonna ask.
I'm not being intentional. Listen, she's on her journey. She can walk and she exercises and she's disciplined. I am real about my real. Everybody knows that I failed PE all my life and I'm allergic to the gym. So do you make clothes for plus size, ma'am? That's
It is
all I want to know.
coming. It is coming. So that's another thing I learned in school about grading my pattern because I cut and sewed everything. And when you first learning, all I had was my grandma and my mama. And I just knew how to do it to my body. So everything
Right.
is not purposely petite because it's the fashion industry. It's just I tried it on myself. It didn't fit. I'll sew it, fix it, and then that's how I kind of learned. So I didn't really
Right.
learn with the schooling first. I was self-taught or
Well, I'm gonna tell you, whenever you get ready, I'm open to be your model. Cause that dress, that outfit that's on that back wall right there with the slits down the side on them legs.
yes,
Yeah, I got to have that. I
Yes.
like that.
Listen,
So you need
yes,
yes.
yes.
I'm sending it
Yeah.
down there.
Listen, it's gonna have to come through Royal Air first and foremost.
You
I
already know.
am
we
for
gonna
it.
make it
So
happen.
that is
We gonna make it
something
happen.
that
It's gonna come,
being
come.
yes, and let me tell you, being in the retail industry, I can honestly tell you, excuse me, that that is the number one thing that that my customers request: cute, trendy, plus size clothes. um it's not
Because let me
flimsy
tell you, I'm gonna tell
material.
you one thing that I really do not like, and maybe this is my whole preference about that, but I wish they would stop putting big girls in flowers because we don't all like flowers. So, so we just gonna say that, and I'm gonna leave that to the fashion designer to put that little note on the little sticky thing when you be in the meetings at the fashion house to let them
So
know all
listen,
big girls don't
Leo.
like flowers.
Yes, listen, Leo. Look, you done made not your status quo go off camera. She
I'm not doing this with Shelly.
listen, Leo. So you have so many different personalities right now. So not your status quo. Listen, she is just that, okay? You see her, she's got the cardigan. She is this hat. Where is that hat at? Good girl with a hood playlist, okay? So you gotta dress her. It's no secret that I am
Okay.
loud and busy, and I do prints, I do zebra stripes and polka dots and all that. The blue hair, and listen, I'm here for it. Then I need a drum roll for this one. The biker chick down there. Simply Lorraine. So Simply Lorraine, you found out something really amazing about biker. What is it biker chicks? Because I just want to say biker chicks. So is that the
You can say
appropriate word?
biker chicks. chicks. You can say
Okay.
biker chicks.
It's a whole thing about addressing people in a certain way. I want to make sure I'm not offensive, so I can say biker chicks. So
Yeah.
Leo, you gotta give us some biker chicks. Love your biker chick.
Yeah.
Some like it's leather, something sturdy, so that when
Yeah.
it will fly everywhere. But you still want to be
Yeah.
a little flashy so they know which bike. Because there's a lot. Like I've seen them on the freeway. They like go in biker clubs. They have a bunch of them. So you want to identify each person. Am I right?
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Siblings Ray, what did you learn about women that biker chicks? Well, you learned something too about for Mother's Day that I thought was really amazing. We were talking earlier, and can you tell us?
About my question.
Yeah,
Okay.
just what you learned actually.
Oh, what I learned. Well,
Yeah.
basically, there was an African American lady that rode across the United States solo, and
She
she was
rode across the United States solo.
and she was one of the few civilians that was a motorcycle dispatch rider. Excuse me, in World War II.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
See, and
Wow.
it's a lot of that black girl magic out there that we don't know
Yes.
very much about. You know what I'm saying? And I can
Yeah.
say that good and bad to the internet, but we were now able to be exposed to information that we haven't been on another level prior to now. And that gives you the opportunity to go back and learn something that you didn't know before. I'll tell y'all the
Yeah.
funniest story.
Yeah.
When Diamond was about 9 years old, we went to the Beyonce concert in Atlanta, and I took her to the Martin Luther King Museum. And they had you go watch the video about the civil rights movement and everything. And then they had this podium there that you could write a letter to Dr. King, and his family gets to keep that. And Diamond wrote this letter, y'all. If I could find this, I have been looking for this photo that I lost mysteriously since then. She wrote, "Dear Dr. King, thank you for freeing the slaves." She said, "If it was not for you, we'd still be picking corn." And it was like the funniest thing ever. Just
No.
because even though she didn't have all the details, she knew the whole concept. And for that
Right.
information to be passed around was kind of funny. But
Oh wow. Bless her heart. I think yes, and and I think the older that I get, the more I find myself being intentional about why the why, you know, why I do things. Um, and I'm being even more intentional about not doing things in tradition, you know,
yes,
um, because sometimes it is important to ask the question why and no. And so it was just really amazing to hear, not just status quo, like, listen, do you know that this um what's the most sought after or most purchased flower during this time of the year? Not just status quo.
Uh,
Is it go
the
ahead.
carnation. The
The
carnation is the
carnation.
flower associated with Mother's Day, and it said that you present your mother, or you wear a red carnation if you still have your mother with you, and you get white carnations, or have present someone with white carnations if their mother has passed on. But Mother's Day
I
is
didn't
the
know that.
uh-huh It's the third biggest holiday that generates revenue for the economy as well, which was why the lady who initially fought for recognition of Mother's Day wanted to then have it banned, because the meaning that she wanted the holiday to be reflected behind became overly commercialized with candy and gifts and
Right.
that sort of thing, versus just celebrating wonderful mothers across the country. But
Right.
yeah, but Mother's Day is actually one of those holidays that is celebrated worldwide, regardless of what your background is. And so I thought that was pretty special too.
Yeah. And we have a tendency.
Okay, so I got a question.
Go ahead.
So is Daughter's Day or Children's Day, is that a made up thing? Because my daughter today convinced me that there is a Daughter's Day. She said, just like it's a Mother's Day and a Father's Day, she said, y'all get 2 days. Why I don't get 2 days? So, and I asked her, well, when is this day? And she don't know when this day is. So I'm trying to
I was
find out.
going to say pick a day,
It's
because
becoming.
as someone's daughter, I'm open to that. And so I'm going to agree with your daughter that it's necessary. If it's not, we need to make it federal, period. And that's that.
We got to get that day in.
Listen, Uncle Biden, please sign that bill.
Yes.
You know, because our kid is trying to get some more holidays up out of it.
But it works for us too, you know? So I'm just going to tell my daughter, well, I'm a daughter too. You a daughter, I'm a daughter.
Yeah.
What we going to do, you know?
What are we doing?
What we gonna do?
What is we going to do?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll put that in the legislation ASAP.
Yeah, we got to work on that.
What you were saying though, not just status quo, we are, and when I say we, I mean the U and the S and the A in we, you know, have a bad habit of turning everything into money. So I
Right.
honestly get, and it was funny, it was very comical when you said, you know, leave it to us women to be like, nope, I don't want to do it no more. That's not what it was for.
Never mind. Y'all ain't doing it right.
Nope, that's not what it
Cancel
was
it.
for.
Doing it right. That ain't what I
Give it
wanted
back.
to do. And that ain't what I told nobody. Where did y'all get them instructions from? That this is what
Right. That's not what I said.
Think of our own thing, okay? But I thought that was pretty dope to find that out, and then especially about the flower, because I honestly would have said roses.
Me
That seems like
I would have
too.
said roses.
You too. Okay, I thought I was. Okay, I would have said roses. Okay, so now we know our nations. And Simply Lorraine. So, what is the name of the? Do you know the name of the biker chick that rode across the United States?
Yes.
The rider.
Her name was Betsy Stringfield.
Betsy Stringfield. I would love to read about her. Again, you know, living my whole life through you. Me and bikes, of course, choosing to go in the medical field. Me and bikes will never see eye to eye. But in my, you know, what do you call it? Your my alter ego. I could see her writing. I could see her writing. So you're her for
now,
me.
I'm gonna tell you, I've never been able to be on a bike. My grandma was opposed to those, but my husband and I have found the Can-Am Spider, the Riker. It's got 2 wheels in the front and 1 wheel in the back, so technically it's not a motorcycle. So we finna get us some of them. We finna get some of them and get on the highway.
A motor vehicle,
And
and I actually am going to switch to 3 wheels. I'm gonna keep my 2 wheels, but eventually,
Thank you.
Whatever. That's just when I
rode on a motorcycle before.
That's just when I want to travel a few hours because it's more comfortable.
Okay,
it's more comfortable.
So they're better. So they're better on the road, like if you want to travel an extended period of time.
Yeah, well, because I ride a crotch rocket, so That's
Excuse
not very
me?
comfortable.
She's a show off. I was waiting for the name.
I don't know what that
I'm
is.
like,
Ice rocket.
what? How
Listen,
fast does that thing go?
a
A crotch
cruiser.
rocket?
Look, a cruiser is a lot of metal for me, man. Like that's a whole lot of bike. That's my only. I've tried to get on a cruiser. I had a bro that had one that let me take his for a spin. I've been on it. That's just, to me, that's just a whole lot of bike to swing.
Yeah.
Is that
It's
a
a
how?
whole lot of bike to control.
I can't deal with her
Really,
right
that's
now.
too much bike for me. So if I'm gonna
So
get something
I'm
that big,
still
I
stuck
need
on
more
this
wheels.
crotch
Okay.
rocket. I don't know.
Crotch rocket? I know. Are we just gonna act
crotch
like she
rocket.
didn't say that? We're gonna keep talking like she didn't say crotch
Yeah, we're gonna
rocket.
keep talking like I didn't say that.
I'm waiting for you to come back because I'm like, what is this? I'm my
That
mind
is
is
a crotch
somewhere
rocket.
else.
Who makes that? Tesla?
Right. Is that like a 2021 Tesla bike?
No,
Yeah.
it's more like a street bike. They're made to go fast. That's what it's more like a street bike.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You know
Okay.
what?
I mean,
See, I told you my mind was somewhere else because I thought she said it's more like a strip bike, and I was finna say, well,
Oh,
where they is
blessed
stripping down the
Jesus.
bikes? I don't know what is happening. Okay, I got it. My
Listen,
mind not
Simply
in together.
Lorraine, Simply Lorraine, we are absolutely gonna find you a whole biker chick show just for you, baby. We are so killing your vibe right now with the crotch and the pocket and all of it.
I've always liked bikes though. It was something I was
Kawasaki's
into as
and
a little girl.
ninjas. Listen, just be great on your bike, damn it.
I love it.
Get her a crotch rocket outfit. That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
I can control. Listen, I got control over that. I can handle that. We're gonna get you an outfit for the crotch and the rocket. Period.
Okay.
So listen, y'all. We know Leo got a beautiful baby. We don't want to hold you too much longer, but thank you so much, love, for being on here. And I mean, you inspired me over and over and
Me
over
too.
again. I am learning every time I watch you. And you came on here and did that in 2.2 seconds. Let the people know where they can find you, follow you, your website, all that. Uh-oh, you're on mute. Hold on.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't you hate that when people be
you be saying something good.
good. And if I wasn't on camera, I wouldn't have known. But I appreciate the opportunity. Anybody can find me at theloveyour.com. That's TheLoveur.com. I'm on Instagram at Love Your Design. I'm on Facebook, Love Your Design, Pinterest, Love Your Design, and Twitter, but I'm still getting the hang of Twitter.
I know how to use Twitter either.
Yeah, I'm actually looking for a social media intern. So anybody out there that got somebody that went to college, interested in marketing, hey,
yes,
Love Your, contact me.
Love Your
out there. You're
welcome.
And Miss Love Your, and I was serious, and I'm serious about this model thing for that outfit because I want that outfit.
Look, didn't you say put it in the universe? Okay, it's out there now.
Because I want that outfit. I'm telling you,
it's out there now.
We're gonna put it in the universe for real. Listen, love, thank you so much. We know you gotta get the baby taken care of. I appreciate you. I love you. We are here rooting for you on the side, to the left, to the right, in the front, in the back. We got you, boo.
I have one question though. A question for, what would you guys say for anybody who's looking to start a business, or is in some advice for, or who's already kind of in the process, already owns a business, but is looking to kind of grow it and build it?
I can start if you want me to, or you should.
Yeah, you go right ahead.
Okay, I'm just because I'm the baby of the bunch. I'm gonna go ahead and just say it out there. But like, I honestly, I stick by it's never too late. And if you really want to do it, just jump out there and try. I started by linking myself up with people who are already kind of doing it or in the process, and I did these things called mentor interviews, and I interviewed people who were already starting their own business so that I didn't make the same mistakes that they made, or I learned things along the way. And like, even with me being the baby of the bunch, I'm able to see all of you and learn from you. I know you guys say like, oh, I'm inspired by you, but I'm actually learning, motivated, and inspired by everyone that's come before me because I learned so much. I'm able to do these things because not so many people made the mistake for me. I feel like you made that mistake for my
Amen, Sister
you
Mary
know.
Clarence. Amen.
and if anything, you could say, my mistake helped her. And so I say that in just really just going out there, linking up with people who are doing the same thing. Because all that momentum that we talked about in the beginning is true. You link yourself around people, that momentum to push you to start your business. Around people who are positive about starting their own business, all them vibes is just going to roll and things are just going to fall into as you pursue it. It's not going to be. That's one thing that they don't tell you. People think, oh, it's gonna be easy, all the good vibes. It's still hard, but you'll push through because you have all that energy and that support to help you get through that. So
Yeah.
that's what I would say. Just
Yeah.
take that leap.
Yeah.
And I would like to
And
just piggyback off of that. Shelly, you can go ahead actually, because I know
that's a I was
you
just gonna
just
say I was gonna pick back off of what she said and say, first of all, let somebody else make your mistakes. And second of all, if you can use somebody else's money, use somebody else's money.
period. Okay.
That's it. If you can find a way to accomplish your goal by getting funds from another source
Yeah.
other than yourself, that will help a lot.
There's so many
And
brands out
honey,
there.
that is a different show, and you just gave it to us. Thank you, Shelley, because we will definitely have that conversation. That's gonna take a while, but in a nutshell, yes, village. We talked about it. Um, Let me go back. Faith, first of all,
Yes.
faith is so important because I don't care what nobody say. Your I's will never be dotted enough. Your T's will never be crossed enough. You know what I mean? Your money ain't ever gonna be right enough. Trust me. You know what I mean? You will end up taking a leap of faith no matter how you chop it up. It's
Yep.
a leap of faith, period.
Whether
Um,
you leap or somebody push you, you it's
Real.
go.
You
and that's
going.
the thing, honestly. But that back to that the quote that I mentioned earlier, for all of you all that are thinking um of starting a business, stop thinking, start doing. While you are sitting at, you heard Leo tell you, while you are sitting at the desk, I will tell you, even since I've been, married and out here with my husband, I have been working literally for someone else's call center and had my laptop, their business here and my business here, and I'm switching back and forth in between my calls, building for myself at the same time. It's not something that just happens overnight. And honestly, my bank account don't look like don't really look like it started last night. But you know what I'm saying? I understand this a process.
Yes.
And everybody has to know that it is definitely worth it, because if you woke up working for somebody else for 20, 30, 40 years, or some of us that have our elders that has gone before us and we've seen them retire working for somebody else, you can literally bet on you. because for one, they showed you that it can be done. The difference between them and us is that they showed us that it could be done, that we could do it for ourselves. Don't go
And I'm
with
gonna tell
your
you this,
job now
Gwen.
tomorrow,
You
because
said
ain't nobody said that. Don't quit your job. Do not quit the
Don't
job,
quit
yeah,
your
but
job.
start
yeah,
planning. Start
correct.
planning
And
and
like you said, you
preparing.
got the quote. I saw a quote somewhere too. I think it probably was on Instagram, and somebody said, and the quote said, "There are people less smart than you doing what you want to do simply because they believe they can." And when I tell
Absolutely.
you,
And
I
I
read
love
that,
that.
and it like slapped me in the face, like,
Mm,
yeah, like, yeah, you really are
Yeah,
smart. Why do you allow yourself not to feel like you can do that? So, with what you were saying
absolutely.
about faith, in that your belief in that is intertwined in that as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Because you can have faith,
absolutely.
but if you don't believe that you can do it, them things ain't gonna match up.
yeah.
Yes, yes. Leo, thank you, baby, so much for being with us. Everybody else, hang tight. I want to let Leo and the baby go so y'all can enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank
Your
you,
month.
y'all.
Is this your first
And
Mother's Day?
it is. I was just about to wish you
Happy
Happy
Mother's
Mother's
Day!
Day.
Happy
Thank
Mother's
you.
Day.
Thank you.
Happy
And
first Mother's Day.
thank you.
Oh,
Happy Mother's Day to you all. And
thank
I
you.
appreciate it. Love y'all. And
We
enjoy
love
my
you
night.
too. Thank you so
Bye
much.
bye. Happy
Thank
Make
you,
sure
Mother's
you
Day.
Leo.
Good
tag
night.
us when you get the pictures.
Okay.
Tag us when you get the pictures
I
and the
will.
website,
So that y'all can.
because we looking for it.
I got you. I
You
got
Yes.
enjoy.
Thank you.
Love you,
Okay.
darling.
Good night,
Bye.
sweet girl.
Night.
So we gonna wrap it up, ladies. But y'all know we are. It will not be a Mother's Day show if we don't do not your status quo.
Look at that cutie
Hey,
right there with her
Look,
face.
I was
Ain't
gonna
she
say
cute?
petty. I was gonna say petty P and Cat. Hey, T baby Royale.
say hi, Roro.
Royale. What's the word though? I seen him.
Bro, he got his earbuds in.
Oh. Hi, cutie patootie. So we gotta do pet peeves, but is she not amazing?
She's
Like that
amazing.
was
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And
Awesome.
so beautiful. Oh my
Yes,
you
ma'am.
talk
goodness.
about black girl magic, baby.
Yes.
Is she
And
not
when
just
I tell
so
y'all, I'm so serious about that outfit, and I'm gonna get on her that outfit because I like that outfit. That was real nice right
I'm
there.
so over here like, okay, Miss Queen G done gave me idea. I want a whole biker chicks outfit. I want
listen, honey, you can start a biker chick line. We're
Start
not gonna
you a
skip
line.
over. Hold on. We're not gonna skip over the fact I didn't get to share with Leo, but honey, Simply Ray's mama is the real deal Holyfield seamstress. Do you hear me? She is just like, and I mean, she still got it.
she
Yeah.
used
I
to make her own clothes.
mean, literally.
That's awesome.
So y'all
She
know
go
my
get
wheels
a pattern. I was watching.
like,
She go get a pattern. That Friday,
And
make her out her dress for the night, put it on, and out the door.
yes, yes,
you know,
yes.
Mr.
Like,
Ray, it's like that older generation of people did that, I think, out of necessity, but knew it was the best way to go about getting things. And I think nowadays that people are getting back into fashion, I think
yeah.
somewhere in between it became not cool to sew your own clothes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I think that is a talent that is hard to
No,
pass.
you're right. Like it at some point I remember in school where it was like if
Because
your
I
mama
sold a
made your
pillow one
clothes,
time
you
and
was
it just didn't
poor.
work.
And it's like, no, we're not poor. My
Right.
mom's talented. You know what I mean? But they had a thing.
Yes.
It literally became a thing. And it's like, what? And
Well,
now I'm
my
sitting
grandma
here.
was a seamstress, and
Yeah,
so she was
yeah.
always on the up and up, like with the patterns and stuff before the
Uh-huh.
styles hit the stores. She would be in tune with that, and I always felt special. Like, oh, my grandma made y'all ain't got this because my grandma
Right.
made this,
Y'all ain't
but
got
I'm
this.
I'm not fashion. I was more so like, how can I make my own pillow covers and stuff like that?
See.
As far as the sewing, and I got to cheating with fabric glue and all kind of
Uh-oh.
stuff. I be cheating. Yeah.
And see, and my husband is gonna kill me, but I'm gonna say, I think he is a talented artist, and like he gets in that space that, like, well, can straight men be in fashion? Is people gonna really take me serious? As and that's what I'm telling me. You can do that because, like I say, that's one of them things that became passe. People felt like, over at some point in the years, and now it's one of those things that now people are coming out, want to have their own lines and things like that. But you gotta know that it's a craft. You know what I'm saying? And I can applaud anybody who can sew
And
their
Simply
own
Lorraine,
clothes.
what was you getting ready to
Look,
say?
you know how they make jeans for curvy women that are, little waist,
Uh-huh.
all that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me that some of these football players out here wouldn't like a pair of jeans that ain't fitting their thighs built. And they
I'm
Please.
had
telling
like,
you.
and they would like to get some straight leg jeans that ain't
Hey,
bugging everything that's
listen,
Yes.
my poor baby is definitely part of the football player slash wrestlers slash
yes.
friend. Is just one of those guys that is literally built with he got a big butt. You know what I mean? And then you got the calves and the legs. Like I've seen, you know what I'm saying, some skinny leg dudes. I think my husband legs are skinny, but I mean not like skinny. But you know what I'm saying? Brand got the calves and the thighs and the you know what I'm saying? Then he got this big old butt. And so I've never been one of those parents that could be like, yeah, let me order this off of, it's fashion or something. No, because
Mm,
I got to make sure, you know what I'm saying, that my son is going to look straight in these jeans, first of all.
mm-hmm.
So I could see a
What
line.
year? What do
Yes.
I order for Jabril?
Girl, I tell you, when Diamond was
Let's
Don't
little,
do
see.
that.
the
Don't do
best
none of
place
that
that
stuff.
Don't
I
do that.
Don't
found
do
Okay,
to
I'm
get
gonna go
his
back on
jeans
mute.
from,
That's
Let's see.
hey, it's okay. You think it's
like
a game
when
now.
Diamond was little,
You
I
think
used to get her jeans from
it's his
Walmart
game now. He's
because
getting ready. He's gonna do like this on you on the neck. Probably about the
He
next
finna shoot
for
up.
about the
Why?
next 10 years. This is what he's
Yeah.
gonna do. He gonna do this.
He's getting ready
Then
to
he gonna
shoot
do
up.
this.
And you
Then he
ready to
gonna
be
do
like,
this. And then he
what?
gonna do this. When you see him
Yeah.
I
gaining
want.
a little weight, you know that growth spurt getting ready to come. He getting ready to get taller on you. So
Well,
then you're
Uh-huh.
gonna have to go buy some more jeans.
And some more.
just
like
keep me in your
when
prayers.
when Diamond
She's
was
so
little, I
stupid
used to
talking
have
about
to get
keep
her
me in your
jeans from
prayers.
Walmart because they had that like that elastic waist, and she
Oh,
had
I
a
love the
okay,
Uh-huh.
adjustable waist.
and she had a little body in
Yes.
them jeans, but then I could pull them and they would be tighter in the waist. That was
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
best
yeah.
thing ever. That
Yeah.
was the sliced bread when I
Honey,
found
that's
them
the best
jeans.
thing since sliced bread is
Yes.
that adjustable waist. I actually had a
Yes.
customer in the store today, and the grandma was saying, I swear they sound like us. The grandma was telling the dad, which I think was her grandson, so it must have been the great grandma, was telling the dad not to buy his son this outfit because he wasn't going to do nothing but grow out of it. Well, then the mom, which was his actual granny, his grandmother, she was like, no, he'll be okay. So she was like, let me see the jacket. She got the pants, honey. And now, they're going back to making, some of the bigger kids pants with that elastic in them. They're just going back to just making
Okay.
them all. And she said, oh, and yes, honey, these got the elastic. And she did like that. She said, oh, he going to be in them for a while. She was like, yeah, you can get them. I said, now y'all better act like you know what you're talking about. That's when you got the village coming together trying to tell you how long the kid got to
Yeah,
grow in an
yeah, to
outfit.
wear them clothes. Exactly.
To
Yes.
wear the pillows. But Sippy Lorraine, I definitely see a whole biker chick line coming from you. I seen that when you opened your mouth. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna put that in, speak that into existence, and not
Put
just
it
that.
out there.
We're gonna stop gluing the pillows, and we're gonna get us we're gonna get you a sewing machine.
It's just that little corner piece. Just that little. I don't know. I do it all the way, you know. I do all three, and then I stuff it. I stitch as much as I can, but that last little corner.
You just something about the glue.
You all right?
It's the glue.
Yeah, I put that little bit of glue out there because it gets thick when you start folding the fabric. It gets a little thick, but I cheat a little bit.
I can't wait. I know. I still, you still got my closet to do. Yeah, it's
Yes,
been
ma'am.
so much fun. Pet peeves real quick before we go. Mother's Day pet peeve. So give me a Mother's Day pet peeve that you all have that either it could be from anybody. It could be whatever. I'm not even gonna give you put a stipulation on. Just give me a pet peeve.
I'm gonna say this, that y'all, when people go out to eat, didn't somebody know before that day that it was Mother's Day and it was gonna be a whole bunch of people in the restaurant? Why y'all only got 2 people waiting tables that morning? Why
Brandon
did you
went to that today?
So now you got a whole line of people standing outside like y'all didn't know this day was coming, like it snuck up on you or something.
Because they called in.
But you know what I think that reason is? It's because it's Mother's Day. Think about who typically cooks. Men is out here like, hey, I can throw you something on the grill.
In a restaurant,
we're gonna go to a restaurant.
But if you think about in the restaurant, it's mostly men. Mostly men work in restaurants, so it's not generally women. So,
yeah, but I think that it's generally women that is in the forefront of that restaurant. So we might have to try to figure out a way for men. I keep telling my husband like he needs to really get into this whole men's cooking show. I mean, he could learn something. He didn't learn. My baby didn't learn how to cook something, especially in that air fryer. You know, him and oodle noodles. But I think that it's just because a lot of women typically cook for their families. I'm not.
When I tell you,
a lot of women
that
anymore.
grill outside. My husband was a chef for 15, 20 years. And when I tell you he can cook up something on that grill today, we turned hamburgers and hot dogs into like a whole thing with bacon wrapped shrimp and asparagus and the whole night.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Now that's what
you got my attention now.
Yeah, he'll do that. He'll fire that grill up, and anything that can go on that grill, he will put on that grill.
I'm telling you.
So I think that's why. But a pet peeve for, I'm gonna do mine's last. Simply Lorraine, what's your pet peeve? Mother's Day.
I really don't have no pet peeves for Mother's Day.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
She pretty much said it because you know, it don't be, you just be, everybody want to go out to eat. Don't nobody cook for Mother's Day. That's my pet peeve. Don't nobody cook the mother's a home cooked meal.
Okay, I like that.
Go eat somebody else's food.
Yeah,
I like that. So again, I talked to my husband. We're gonna really have to look into getting this show for these men. They gotta learn how to step their cooking game up so they can cook for the women, not grill. Cook something, not status quo. I know you. Listen, you stay ready.
I don't know. We might have to be happy with the grill.
I just call me cut and stay ready. Now, I would say my pet peeve. Hold on just a second. Excuse me, guys. That's a pet peeve. But my pet peeve is when folks ask me what I want for Mother's Day. Because
get it going.
I guess it takes me to where
Is it uncouth for you to say I want to let this come in? Is that
right. Like
uncouth
I'd
for
like
you to
to
say that?
retire
Should you
this
be
Mother's
happy
Day.
Or I'm okay with some candy.
Well,
But what
like
you
the
really
things I
want to
want
say,
to
I
say.
want some toys.
Here, go ahead and take them. The thing I want to say to people is like, well, what would I like for Mother's Day? I would like the trash to get taken out all year without me having to say it. I would like to retire from laundry. I would like a nanny. The things that I would like, it won't happen.
So don't ask.
I'm gonna show out, y'all.
It say so. Don't ask. But you know what? Not to satisfy. I now see. I'm the opposite of her. I don't like when my pet peeve is not being asked, but that's fine because they don't have to ask me. Lyric and Brandon and Adriana and everybody knows it's okay. Oh, in my mind, in my life, I'm like, did y'all ask? Oh, y'all asked me what do I want for Mother's Day? Thank you. I thought you never asked. So then I sent I want to hear my list. I swear to God. I got a
And
list.
you know what? And I'm not like that. I'm kind of I would more like to see the creativity that they come up with. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing just to give a card or to give a bracelet or something like that. But what's the creativity that you put into whatever that day is gonna be?
Christmas, listen, Christmas, my birthday, whatever other day, be creative. But Mother's Day, I don't, you know what? The difference is they don't have to ask. I sent the list. I said for Mother's Day, I want my surround set. I want my surround for my hot tub. I said I want my mulch to go around my gazebo. I want 60 of my Dollar Tree flowers to go around inside the mulch for my gazebo, for my
I done told you about your landscaping.
Listen.
She's cheating, you guys. She had bright red flowers in the middle of December, and that's cheating.
Oh, you're bad. My flower bed is dope in December in the snow. It's gonna be dope, okay? But listen,
there you go.
I'm gonna mind the business that pays me. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Something else on my list, not your status quo. Can I get 10 pink organizer shelves for my closet?
Oh, God.
Also,
well, that's job security for me.
Listen, also pink hangers for my closet. Can I get my clothes? This is everything I sent my kids, y'all. I'm not playing. Can I get my clothes in my closet organized by the color? Foot massager machine, definitely. A foot massager machine, definitely. Listen, y'all, I didn't miss nothing. 200 of the men's summer clothes loaded on the website. 200 of the kids' summer clothes loaded on the website. Wait a minute.
Help me help you.
But see, it's not just about me. So I included the kids. I said, and I want them to spend the day with me, and I want to play 2 games. I included the kids. So I want to watch a movie, and I want to do nails with the girls. So that was my Mother's Day list. And a lyrics response was, I was waiting for the list.
It sounds like they got work to do.
Listen. So my pet peeve is not being asked. But you know what? Please don't ask me anymore. This is much funner. Anyway, I'm able to take it.
So y'all, we gotta get out of here. It's been real. I love y'all so much. Happy Mother's Day. We
Happy
are
Happy
Mother's
going
Day,
Mother's Day.
y'all.
to for everybody that is watching, I can't really see because my phone is acting crazy, my computer is acting crazy. So for everybody that is watching, who wants to do? Because y'all know I talk all the whole show. Not status quo, Sibyl Ray. One of y'all want to do the questions? Do y'all know the questions? You want to? Okay, let's just ask our own question. So my question is, how many children does not just status quo, myself, and Simply Ray have all together? That is my question. This is for the giveaway. So
Oh, okay, because I was finna answer.
I'm sorry. Let me go back. Listen, I was gonna say, let me go back. I'm moving too fast. You gotta forgive me. I'm having a major sinus headache, so forgive me. Let me slow down because I'm trying to skate up out of here. So for the giveaway, we're gonna give you guys the 3 questions. And what you will win if you get all of the answers right. First person to literally post all of the answers, you will win a $50 Royal Air gift card. This is for you, $50 from everyone from Single Moms to Wives Saturday Night Getaway. This is our gift to you.
Yeah.
And of course, without not just status quo, what would we do? So she also thought it would be really cool to customize the winner a gift basket. So that gift basket will be customized also with Royal Air apparel and merchandise. Um, According to the winner's size, dress size, shoe size, and all the other little trinkets will be including. Um,
Awesome.
so the first question is, how many children does Queen G, not just status quo, and Simply Lorraine have all together? And then the second question, not just status quo.
Second question is, what is the most popular flower associated with Mother's Day?
Love
And the
it.
third question is, who was the first African American woman to ride across the United States solo on a motorcycle?
On a motorcycle. I absolutely love it. So, guys, we will be watching for your answers. I'm so excited to see who gets all of this right. But again, I'll repeat mine and I'll have the ladies repeat theirs one more time for you guys. So my question to you is, how many children altogether does
Okay, we got
um,
one for her.
Queen G, not the status quo, and Simply Lorraine have? All of us. And then not your status quo question is,
What is the most popular flower associated with Mother's Day?
and Simply Lorraine's question.
Who was the first African American woman to ride across the United States on a motorcycle solo? Also, one of the civilian motorcyclists to do dispatch in World War II.
Oh, you gave a good hint too. So, y'all leave your answers. Again, we will be watching the comments for the first to answer all 3 questions, and you have to put them all together in one post. Do not put them in like answer, submit, answer, put it all in one, put all of your answers in one post. And I'm excited to see who wins. Listen, happy Mother's Day to all of our beautiful queens out there doing what y'all do on a day to day. And we absolutely salute you. We understand you all too well. For those that are not celebrating this Mother's Day with their mothers or grandmothers, like our lovely Shelly in the flesh, we're praying for you. We love you. Um, And we wish you guys a very special happy Mother's Day. And so until next week, y'all ain't got to go home. But we home and we going to get out of here. Enjoy. We love you guys. Y'all know we got to leave you with our graduate, our future, very near future, the end of this month, graduates video. Our baby, Brandon Weathers, he made this video for all of us mothers. So you might find some answers in here too. But either way, watch the video. That's all I'm gonna say. Good night, ladies. Good night, guys.
It's a letter to my mama, letter to my best friend. I know your love run deep, it'll never end. She taught me how to cook, she taught me how to clean. My dude's the realest one that is on my team, never ever picking sides. She taught me how to rise, taught me how to be a leader, never ever follow God, son, always follow God. She taught me how to pray, right before I eat, and right before I lay, don't be scared to make mistakes. She taught me that it's human, so I'ma be like Nike, and just do it, anything I wanna do. I know my mama, she gon' ride, yeah. She say never fear no men, only fear God, yeah. So I'ma walk around with my head high in these fear guys. My mama, she gon' be straight, I put that on my God. And I kill 100 niggas before I ever see you cry. I love you, mama. It's a letter to my mama, letter to my best friend. I know your love run deep, it'll never end. She taught me how to cook, she taught me how to clean. My dude's the realest one that is on my team, never ever picking sides. She taught me how to rise, taught me how to be a leader, never ever follow God, son, always follow God. She taught me how to pray, right before I eat, and right before I lay, don't be scared to make mistakes. She taught me that it's human, so I'ma be like Nike, and just do it, anything I wanna do. I know my mama, she gon' ride, yeah. She say never fear no men, only fear God, yeah. So I'ma walk around with my head high in these fear guys. My mama, she gon' be straight, I put that on my God. And I kill 100 niggas before I ever see you cry. I love you, mama. It's a letter to my mama, letter to my best friend. I know your love run deep, it'll never end. She taught me how to cook, she taught me how to clean. My dude's the realest one that is on my team, never ever picking sides. She taught me how to rise, taught me how to be a leader, never ever follow God, son, always follow God. She taught me how to pray, right before I eat, and right before I lay, don't be scared to make mistakes. She taught me that it's human, so I'ma be like Nike, and just do it, anything I wanna do. I know my mama, she gon' ride, yeah. She say never fear no men, only fear God, yeah. So I'ma walk around with my head high in these fear guys. My mama, she gon' be straight, I put that on my God. And I kill 100 niggas before I ever see you cry. I love you, mama. It's a letter to my mama, letter to my best friend. I know your love run deep, it'll never end. She taught me how to cook, she taught me how to clean. My dude's the realest one that is on my team, never ever picking sides. She taught me how to rise, taught me how to be a leader, never ever follow God, son, always follow God. She taught me how to pray, right before I eat, and right before I lay, don't be scared to make mistakes. She taught me that it's human, so I'ma be like Nike, and just do it, anything I wanna do. I know my mama, she gon' ride, yeah. She say never fear no men, only fear God, yeah. So I'ma walk around with my head high in these fear guys. My mama, she gon' be straight, I put that on my God. And I kill 100 niggas before I ever see you cry. I love you, mama. It's a letter to my mama, letter to my best friend. I know your love run deep, it'll never end. She taught me how to cook, she taught me how to clean. My dude's the realest one that is on my team, never ever picking sides. She taught me how to ride, taught me how to be a leader, never ever follow God, son, always follow God. She taught me how to pray, right before I eat, and right before I lay, don't be scared to make mistakes. She taught me that it's human, so I'ma be like Nike, and just do it, anything I wanna do. I know my mama, she gon' ride, yeah. She say never fear no men, only fear God. Yeah. So I'ma walk around with my head high in these fear guys. My mama, she gon' be straight, I put that on my God. And I kill 100 niggas before I ever see you cry. I love you, mama.
Sleep well. Feel better. Feel better soon, boo.